Hey everybody, I'm late start today, but just wanted to kind of get started trying this Streamlabs app. I'm only doing it on YouTube, so I hope that everybody's doing well, and thanks for everybody's feedback. I really do appreciate it, and I'm going to be sharing this. Let's see if I got this. We're trying just YouTube because I was really not happy with the fact that we just I was not happy with the fact that I couldn't see everybody's comments. And for what Streamlabs, there's an app called Streamlabs, and it's supposed to allow you to stream to multiple outlets, and it just seemed to be kind of lame. Wasn't showing everything that was supposed to show, so I was really not happy about that, to say the least. So um, let's see, is this no? Is that live? Yeah. Okay.
All right, so wow, this
Yeah, so it looks like the audio is working. Oh no, that's the previous one. Ugh. So now it says live. There. That's not what I'm looking for. Videos. And I'm not seeing yeah, I'm not seeing this on YouTube. Bummer. Your channel should show me live. Should show there we go. Let's see our figure painting live. There we go. Boy, that yeah, not cool. Now at least got the live chat. Hey, I'm live, and I want to share this over to Facebook. Um, yeah, I was not really happy with Facebook either, as far as their live streams goes. It was not fun. Um, it just, how do you say, too many cooks in the soup, so to speak. So I'm going to share this over to. Oh man, it doesn't even copy link. I thought I could. This is just so frustrating because it says, oh, there you go, Facebook. Late start, but I'm live. So I'm texting my little thing here. I'm live. All right, let's see here if, yep. And let's see here. So, yep. News feed and share. Okay. So I have to also plug in my phone. So yeah, there we go. Pardon me. So I wanted to start putting up. Let me get my gloves on here. Oh, I thought about it. I had it set up earlier, but I was using it for recording. I said, oh, why not use it for live? And so now I'm going to have my palette up here so you guys have more information. And because this is really a vertical photo, this makes the best sense to just kind of show you guys the mixing process. This is not going to make for a good recorded video, but like I said, I'm really practicing this live stuff just to see how it goes. Pardon me. I haven't taken my allergy pill. So, got my coffee going. Let's go ahead and get my colors on. You guys can see what I'm mixing. And we shall get this party rolling here. Anybody out there, is anybody a Washington fan? They are now called the Washington Commanders. I thought that was interesting. I was talking to my students about that because we were like, wow, this is kind of weird. commanders. There's so many opportunities they could have used for that. I live near, I wouldn't say live near, but it's not that far away. It's the closest football team, put it that way, because the football field's about 4 hours away, but it is the closest football team to my area. I'm in southeastern Virginia, and what's interesting is that a lot of people were not thrilled with this, and I was talking with my students, and as soon as it broke, I was like, hey, let's stop what we're doing, let's talk about this, because this is big. Because this is what I kind of teach in there, as we talked about rebranding, and we were working on logo designs, and I wanted to kind of test the waters and say, hey, what do you guys think of this? This is a big deal. Is this any good? Is this bad? Or what's your thoughts? And a lot of them are like, nah, not very good. And we talked about other logo designs, and we talked about the evolution of a brand identity, and we talked about how there's more to it than just the logo. There's the company image and the history, and I didn't really see much of the history in that logo. I really thought that they should have went, in my personal opinion. I really felt like they missed an opportunity. They could have really went with and ran with it, is the Red Tails, the Washington Red Tails, to honor the Tuskegee Airmen. But ultimately it's the president that has to okay a logo, and I just have a feeling that's not what happened there. So, but that's the thing of politics when you are dealing with a company and a president, and you've got all these other people. I bet you they spent millions of dollars on that logo design for the Washington Commanders. But Commanders, it's football. If you've watched George Carlin, and he does this comparison between baseball and football, Commanders, it has an aggressive male macho name. It's the Red Tails. Yeah, I can kind of maybe not sound so aggressive. I get it. But Commander, yeah, that definitely does sound a little bit more, how would you say, masculine. So who knows? I'm sure phonetics went into this. I would be very super shocked if the sound was like, they did test groups and say, how manly does this sound, Commander? So yeah. So if you're just joining me, we're just talking about the we were just talking about we were just talking about the voice over. So someone put in the comment, VO, capital VO, little m dot RED. I guess that's a code word. I thought that might have been something else. I have no idea what that comment means. I'm wondering, is that a bot or is this a real person? If you're a real person, can you put something, say hi, H-I, just so I know that you're not a bot? I've got bots watching. So I've got bots watching. So, yeah. And let's see here. I'm going to check on my waste book, as I like to call it, wasting book, and I don't even know where I'm at there. There we go. So let's go to waste book and see if anybody's saw the link. And you see here. Let's go to me. Should get switch cameras here. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. So I know what's going to happen with the Facebook is that nobody's going to see this. It's not really going to get because I'm just pushing a link. They're just not going to give me much latitude on that. So, but we're going to go ahead and get started. I need to get an extra light source, and this has been problematic because I'm hoping. I mean, it looks pretty clear. I'm not used to it being so dark, but I think that's because I had everything lit up last night, just so that I could make sure that everybody could see. So I've adjusted some things, and I'm hoping that this is enough light. It looks clear on my video, and I'm not getting glare, which is good because I was getting glare on the last one. All right, so let's go ahead and continue where I was. And where was I? Let's go ahead and do some mixing. I've got some blue in here that I couldn't really squeeze on, so I'm going to put some ultramarine blue and do a little bit of mix. And there we go. Put a little bit of this. I'm starting to enjoy mixing like this. It's kind of fun to do this. I'm enjoying it. I might need to put white though on here versus the tan because I think I'm gonna get something different. So I'm not quite seeing those colors that I was expecting. That's okay. It's okay. So I want that hip to pop out. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little bit of liberties with this. A little bit. I'm just thinking that, my shirt maybe need to come up. Let's play around with this. Let's see what happens. I'm going to put a little bit of red, a little bit of alizarin crimson, a little bit of white. Okay, now it's too red. Throw a little bit of yellow. There we go. Let's see about having a navel or some kind of the hips have got to come up, so we're gonna put this up a little bit. Yeah, I'm feeling that better than just a shirt, so I'm gonna go a little bit. I can't remember what the digital painting was, and that was pretty good, but I just kind of want to deviate from that. I want to follow it, kind of take this in a little bit different direction, I should say. Just for fun. So what I'm working out here is I'm working where the hips are really going to be here. This is where the hip's going to be. So it means that her waistline has to come up a little bit higher for this to be believable. Yeah. For her to believe that so the navel, so we have the bottom of the rib cage would be here, and then the navel will be here, and then the bottom of the torso would be midline right, maybe there, which means my head is just not jiving with that head, so I feel like I need to come up a little bit more. I mean, that's kind of where I'm feeling is that this needs, this is just something tells me this needs to come up a little bit higher. Yeah, a little bit higher there. And then, so if the line right there is for the bottom of the rib cage, we have our belly button here, and then about there is where I would see the there's where I would see the what do you say the bottom of the crotch, so to speak. Okay, go a little bit darker. All right, just kind of laying out some ideas of where, trying to indicate without spelling it out too much of where that crotch begins. Too far down. That's my. Let me just. I'm gonna do a 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm right. 1, 2. So that crotch needs to be here. I'm off. I'm real off on this, I feel like. So I've got some more work ahead. And then let's go ahead and crank this up a little bit more. Okay. Need something to dumb that down. And it's just too green. Let me throw some. We're gonna put in. It's just too green. We got to go and put in some. There we go. Ultramarine blue. Get this back on track. It's just a little bit. There we go. It's just a little bit too green. There we go. I think that'll help. So this way you guys can kind of see where I'm mixing. So, all right, now I'm getting another bot. And the other bot says the same thing. What in the world? Go to channel. I'm curious to. Yeah, I'm curious to. I think this is a bot. Yeah. Yeah, I have a bot following me, so yay. Okay, and so, and I'm just going to comment here. I'm taking questions on the YouTube channel. If you have any. So, this for me. For me. I can't even spell. For me. Boy. Alright, there we go. Alright, so that's kind of spelled that out. I'll keep checking from time to time. At least now I've got a chat and I've got bots that are joining me, so yay, bots! Yay! So let's see about making some confident marks here to kind of help give a little bit of definition. Yeah, that's not working. Alright, let's go ahead and go dark. Let's go and put a little bit of alizarin crimson here and warm that up. There we go. Alright. Let's see here. So, yeah, not thrilled with the logo for the Washington Commanders. I felt a lot of missed opportunity on that for sure. Definitely for sure. see if I can get the feel for this. Sometimes it's just putting things out and hoping it works. And that's all you can do. Sometimes just put things out and hope it works. I know what I need. I need some dark shadows for that jean today. Yeah, because that jean is, the leather jacket should be covering up, creating a shadow here. There, that's a little bit helpful. Giving me a little bit of some something. So yeah. Let's work on that jean jacket a little bit too. Let's get some definition out here. Get it to fall under here. And yeah, there we go. A little bit there. And here. Make some marks. Try to give some informed decisions here. Try to, or so. And I've got to go and put a little bit of blop. I hate wasting paint, but I need to get a little bit darker over here for the torso, for the shadow. There, a little bit more. And probably a little bit more. There's a little bit. That's a little bit more believable. And that's the thing, is just creating the illusion of a good shadow, so to speak. Let's see if I can get here without. Yeah, it helps. All right, that feels a little bit. I just want that hip to come down and out. That angled of. Want to have that weight. Let me just go to. I'm gonna just go to reference, because sometimes I feel like I that digital gesture I had was on spot on. Yeah, I feel that digital gesture was spot on, and these others are not. So let's see here if I've got a massive data dump here. Thought I had pushed. There it is. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. So I'm not too far off. Okay, at least I've got some help now. Okay, I faked some stuff. So at least that gives me an indication of where I decided to do. Bring this out. What we're going to do is we're going to push this back. We're going to push this back. This is the supporting leg here, the dominant leg, this left leg. So that's what I'm trying to establish here, even though the photo doesn't show that. I want that to be the dominant leg here. That feels better already. Yeah, it definitely feels better. Let me just take a look. Yeah, and even then, what I did was something, I made the head too small. I mean, it's pretty obvious. On the digital one, I gave a shrunken head. And that's this feels better now. It feels a little bit more in line with what I was trying to do. And let's dirty this up a little bit, just Sometimes I love the way the brayer can do things that I would not ever be able to do with a brush. Just does, and that's what I like about it. So fun stuff there. All right. So if you're joining me, thanks for joining in and watching. If you want to chat, you've got to sign into YouTube's, and it's okay if you don't, and whatnot. But let's see here. Looks like it's once again all by my lonesome. All by my lonesome. But that's okay, because I can make all the mistakes in the world and nobody's there to watch them. So let's see here. Put some marks there. And I want to do some hoop earrings. I'm always a big fan of hoop earrings. I love hoop earrings. They just give a nice geometric shape to contrast against the face. So if you've looked at any of, I wouldn't say any, but if you've looked at some of my digital drawings, you may have noticed that almost all of the female figures that I paint there have hoop earrings, and that's just because I love the geometric shape contrast against the face. It was great. There. Get that hand to push out with the shadow underneath. Let's boop, boop, boop. There we go. And then I'm not sure. I'm going to go refer back to that digital one. Okay. I gave a halter top, so I think I like that. We could try that and do a little bit of a halter top there. I think that's really going to help. At least that's what I did last time to compensate. I can change my mind and paint over that if I don't like it. So let's see about that. Let's do a halter top. Okay. And we'll go over here, and I think I'll push this down, add a little bit more yellow. So I kind of like this as far as being able to mix on the fly here. And add a little bit more highlight up here. I may have to do it with another brush. Let's see if I can get that right. Get that clavicle. So the clavicle should come here, and that's supporting the shoulders. And then, of course, then there's the jean padding it. So that's trying to be cognizant of that. And then there should be, then if this is her navel, there should be a drop shadow there. So on my reference photo, there isn't the halter top, but I just feel like it helps center the hips, or at least that's what I'm hoping. Is it'll help center the hips a little bit. And let's try that again. And then I'll try and add the belly button. And let's see here. Let's just throw it in there just as a marker. See what we can do for that. And I can wipe it away if I don't like it. So, all right, my thinking is this. And what I'm looking at is like, okay, head, and then we go here, and that's three, kind of like head, and that's the bottom of the torso is here. So I'm guessing that the navel is going to be right about there. That's where I'm guessing that navel should be. So and I'll touch that up a little bit. At least it's something. I'm not really happy with the coloring on that, but I'll just make it a little bit darker. Or maybe I should just take my finger and dumb it down. No, too much. Let's try it again. So it shouldn't be like black. The navel shouldn't be black. The navel's got a, it's got to have a little bit of, a little bit of, how do you say, it's not brown and it's not, it's just like a gray, darker gray or lighter gray. That's too much. Let's go ahead and see if I can add to that a little bit. There. Maybe she has an outie. Everybody's different. Everybody has different anatomy. There's no perfect. There's no one. It's a little bit interesting. Okay, there it's not like totally spelled out. It's just enough depth in there that I'm hoping will give it depth. So just a little bit of a highlight. If I could get something that works here. And too much. Got to put in a little bit of yellow ochre. I'm trying to get my eyes to adjust to the colors for this light. And then now let's go a little bit lighter. And try and do a nice gradual. Okay, that's interesting. I'm not sure I'm sold on it, but we shall see, and we shall give that a shot. So, whoops, wrong one. Okay, there we go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I keep getting, welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Yeah, I live at 123 ABC Boulevard. Please come to my house and sell me some, sell me some Amway. I guess that's what they mean by protecting. So, I don't know if I like the idea of her having jeans or like spandex. I'm not sold on that. I'm not sure what this character would be wearing. It's kind of like, I'm not sure. I almost want to start putting a background, but I don't think I'm there yet. So I want to, but I want to kind of get a little bit of a definition to see where I'm at. All right, so I want to put in a phone here. I could have gave her a red phone, but that would have been just too distracting. There. That sticks out a little bit more. All right. Now, if you know me, I'm going to make, I'll probably give her a particular brand of phone that we all know. Yeah, we all know. Yeah. I'm going to give her a particular brand of phone that we all know. The reference photo has her as an Android. Blech! So I've given her a much better phone upgrade. Yeah, I've given her a phone upgrade. I want to get a little bit of red on this finger here, and I'm not sure it's gonna work. just to bring out a little bit. And I don't want to overdo it, and I'm not sure if I'll get it right, but I feel like the red would be the appropriate color. Just because it's more forward and warmer. It has an interesting feel to it. I'm not sure. This is what I love about my favorite painters. They can just like put a blob of paint on there and they just make it. It's like bam. It's like Chef, what's it called? Emerald Lagasse. He just puts a brushstroke on there. It's like bam, and it works. I mean, it's just like that's all you need to do is put that little bam. He makes it work. It's not much, but man, can he do it? And I love those painters that can do it. I just love it. Just Sargent. Definitely one of those that, knows what to do and how to just tell a story bare bones with just a few brushstrokes. Well executed brushstrokes. I want to be careful not to make the hand too big. So I think I'm still okay with that. I just need to kind of blend the hand in a little bit here, so that it's a little bit of a gradation that looks like it's coming out of a pocket. It's a pocket, it's a sleeve. Make it look like it's coming out of the sleeve here. I don't want to over define it though. All right. I think I just over-defined it. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I over-defined it. Oh, shame on me. All right, let's see if we can dumb this down. I'm not sure. I'm not sold. I think I'm got to get in between somewhere here of definition and not spelling the darn thing out. All right, let's do a little bit of, let's see here. I'll look at that shirt and just give a little bit of life to that shirt, but I need a little bit of gray in there. Don't want to do violet. Let's do yellow ochre to dumb it down a little bit. All right, this is where I'm trying to put in some highlights. But not compete with the phone. That's the hard part. Don't compete with the phone. Okay, let's step back and try not to back into the... Okay, yeah, that looks like it's pushing forward, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to try the seam there. Yeah, I'm not happy with that one. I think I missed the mark on that. Yeah. Okay. Maybe. I think that works. Let me just... I'm going to look at my video. It reads on the video, so I'll just probably go a little bit more on the white on the phone. I think that's like the brightest spot. So that's going to be my highlight. That's going to be the hot spot. There. That's going to be my hot spot. The pure white from there. And then everything else recedes. Or is less than that, if you will. Everything else is less than that, and so. Try to do a little bit of digit definition. What's it call it there? Digit definition. I'm making up words. Here we go. There. Let's try to get that pinky to wrap underneath and disappear. Yeah. Okay. That works for me. So I still have bots and nothing else. I don't have anything else but bots. And so let's see if anybody else is. Oh, okay. So someone comment 10 minutes ago. Yeah, I hate that it's what do you call it? I hate that I have to do the sign in, but Facebook is just between Facebook and YouTube, and Facebook is just not very friendly when it comes to Facebook is just not really friendly when it comes to doing the multi-stream. And Facebook dumbs down my videos. So that's another reason why I just was like, they dumbed down the videos. And I was just doing a comparison. And, it just seems like YouTube, you can find things chronologically where Facebook is just burying stuff, in a timeline. So if you're joining me now, I appreciate it. And you need to sign in if you to your YouTube account or Gmail. If you have a Gmail account, that'll work. Because YouTube is owned by Gmail, and Gmail's owned by Google, and Google's owned by Alphabet. Yeah, so that's where we are. So, all right, let me go back to YouTube. There we go. Okay. So at least it's one place I can guarantee to see if somebody comments, then it's there. I mean, and I wasn't seeing comments yesterday. I was seeing partial comments. There were people who were like hitting me up on YouTube, and I didn't see really any of their comments until after the fact, which really, really bugged me. I don't like the position of this hand. I really don't. I think this is wrong. I think I need to. It's got to come out. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do some surgery, and we're gonna move this. We're gonna move this whole part here. I'm just gonna move this out. And so yeah, I'm just gonna move this out. And try not to add too much, but I probably need to get another paper towel. There we go. That's good enough for me because I'm gonna cover there. So I don't feel like that. No, it's not there. It's not what I want. So let's go ahead and get a new Viva. This video is brought to you by Viva, the better, improved, quicker picker upper that beats Bounty. The number one choice of paper towel favored 5-1 by all oil painters, maybe plein air painters, whatever painters. The stuff works, folks. The stuff works. So, all right. Here we go. Try and rework that hand a little bit. Oh, got to put a little bit more alizarin crimson in there. And a little bit of transparent red oxide, I think, is the paint color. Yeah. Let's figure that out. Man, I need a lot of coffee today. I stayed up late last night. Troubleshooting this whole stream thing. And I tested it with YouTube, and the real results were so much better just doing a quick little live feed on YouTube directly than Facebook. And it just really was like, not great. So I know there's Twitch, and I know there's a lot of people on Twitch, but the problem is that no one that follows painting is on Twitch, and so I just felt like I could go to Twitch, but it's just really a gaming format, and I still have I canceled my subscription to Streamlabs, so it'll run all the way till it should run all the way till, how would you say, end of February, I think, and that is when I'll have to make some decisions from there. But right now, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just gonna still use the Streamlabs app. I don't think it's such a bad app. I think it's just Facebook doesn't want to play with software that saves, third-party software. They want you all-inclusive into Facebook, and they don't want to. I'm gonna step back and look at this here. They don't want you to cross-pollinate. If I could use the term cross-pollinate, yes, this feels much more natural. Yeah, they don't want you to cross-pollinate, and I mean, as an artist, I got to reach out and how do you say, if you guys remember MySpace, you get all embedded into MySpace for those old people, or boomers, as my son will call me, boomer. It's funny, I know more about technology than he does. He knows more about gaming than I do, but yeah. It's funny that these companies, they don't want you to cross pollinate. They don't want you to. They used to. I used to be able to use this thing called if this then that, and I could post to my Flickr account, and my Flickr account would then push to Facebook, and then my Facebook page, and my Instagram page, and Twitter. And as as an artist trying to share your work, it's like boom, done, quick, done, boom, out of the way. I can go back to drawing, but no, I got to spend like 30 minutes just sharing one picture, and it's like, man, 30 minutes I could have been used to create more work. That 30 minutes could have been spent with family. That's 30 minutes could have been spent answering emails. So yeah, that's the crux of these social medias. I'm going to look, and I don't know if the crotches, the hand is too far down. I guess so. The end of the torso is here. Yeah, I'm close. It's a little bit. I'm gonna wipe it away because I really feel like it's too far down. So I'm going to let's knock this away. Let's knock this away and get the right there. And it's not a lot, but it's just those little spots of minor adjustments can make or break a painting. And you may not notice that your proportions are off until after you're done with the painting. But my students were doing nose studies today, and I was telling them, I'm like, look, and they were drawing the angle of the nose is all wrong. And it's like, look, this takes time. And I said, look, I had to wipe away a face last night 3 or 4 times just to get the right tilt. I said, this isn't easy. It doesn't get any easier. It takes time and effort and just constant gardening of working. Something like that. I'm going to step back and take a look and see. Look at the photo. Look there. Okay. Come down a little bit more. Because I think I had the hand down here and it just needed. Let's take a look. Sometimes just that one mark can make it from. All right. So I'm going to put some marks in here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. Let me take a look. I'm going to go back to my digital painting of this. And let's see here. 3 comments. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Where is... There it is. Okay, let's see what I did there. Okay. I think I'm gonna deviate a little bit here. And sometimes, even squinting at a photo, sometimes that's a problem. It just doesn't really, sometimes it works and sometimes you just need a little extra, or you just need something to help get you further along. Okay. And let's see here, what else is new? So we were talking about the Washington Commanders. That took a little bit. And the logo, and I was talking about that with my students, and they had some really good suggestions, and we all agreed that it would have been better if they had had the red tails. And you think about it, it's like you go to the game and you bring your kids, and the kids then have hey, look, it's a part promo, we're giving away a red tail plane. I mean, geez, that's like an easy sell. To me, it feels like an easy sell. It's a great icon, mascot. It respects veterans, respects our history, and the sacrifices made, and helps, I wouldn't say right wrongs, but just nods to those that sacrificed for our country, and in World War II, and didn't really get the recognition that they should have. So, I mean, all of that could have been done. I just really feel that would have been great. And it wasn't. We've got a missed opportunity. But, yeah. So I'm debating whether I should give her nails or not. I'm going to hold off, but I really, really feel like maybe I was inspired by these... Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna preface this. If you're on YouTube and you're watching me, if you can create a new tab, Oh, I got a question. Yay! Somebody's joining me. I haven't been on long. I got a yeah, you haven't missed much. You haven't missed much. I got a late start. I had to cook some dinner for the family, and so thanks for joining and commenting. See, now I have one place, and I'm not going to miss the comments. I felt really bad. Basically, I like the setup better here because now you can see me mixing my paints and doing some and watching the process. So I do have some Gamsol that I'm using, and so yeah, I do have those Gamsol, and I guess I can create a video about that if that would be helpful. Because I keep thinking, everybody knows how to paint with oils, right? And so yeah, if that's something you guys would like to see is like a setup or something like that, I would be happy to do that. So just let me know. But yeah, thanks for watching. So where were we? We were talking about the red tails, and we were talking about missed opportunities, and with the Washington and their new name called the Commanders. Oh, that's so silly. I'm not feeling the Commanders look. But what really inspired me about this, it's not kind of wanting to morph this into a little bit from differentiate a little bit from the how would you say reference photos, is that if you go on YouTube and you watch what's it called, can't remember the 30, what's it, it's my daughter adores that song. It's Youngblood by, was it 30 Seconds to Mars? I can't remember. No, it's not 30 Seconds to Mars. It's Youngblood. Yeah, I'm not gonna sing. You won't catch me singing on here. But yeah, the Youngblood. It's a Youngblood, and what's cool about that video, and I'm kind of getting off track here. What's great about the video is that it's about these, they take a story, there's these Japanese fans of the 50s of like Fonzie and doo-wop, and they're all dressed up in leather and jeans and suede shoes, and they do, the 50s kind of style dancing, and it's awesome, and they made a beautiful video. Just a beautiful video. I mean, I really, it was so romantic. I mean, I really, I felt almost like crying at the end because it just really tugged on your heartstrings a little bit, because it was like, wow, this is so cool. I mean, it's rarely that I see a music video that, that really I connected with, and I really connected with this one. I really did, and it was in a lot of ways 80s. They didn't spell everything out, and it wasn't, it left a lot to interpret. So kind of like a painting, you leave some things in and take some things out, but I was just so enamored by it. It's like, man, they really captured such a beautiful vibe about the photo. But anyways, I kind of like the idea of like this. She could be a doo-wop girl, kind of modern, and from kind of that Japanese fascination with American 50s culture. So that's kind of where I like about this. And I'm just trying to get the right. I want to go back to the face. I spent a lot of time on that face yesterday, man. That face really got me. I felt better about it later, but man, it was a struggle bus to get this the way I wanted it. It really was. So, yeah. And so let's see what happens. I want to get rid of the description. Okay, so the question is how to set up in an hour much stuff takes to use, please. I use gouache and watercolor a lot when I'm not tattooing. Watercolor and gouache are awesome. And there's a lot of things about gouache that a lot of famous illustrators used to use in the 50s and 60s. Just dried faster and made things able to, transport. But I just like the chroma of oil and the looseness of it. So that's just my fascination. There's some artists that just do amazing work with it that, they just make it look like oils. And I think that, just work with what you got if you're happy with it. But if you want to try oils and you've got them, okay, you just got oils. So for those, I'll talk. Since you're here, I don't have any Gamsol to pull out because I have it usually tucked away, especially now that I got a heater in the garage here. Gamsol is one, and then if you don't want to go toxic, and I've used it a little bit, and I can't find the bottle, but there's Gamsol. Gamblin makes a non-toxic gel as well as a liquid medium. You have to be careful about that. You have to go thick to thin. Thin to thick. So and build it up. And they recommend not to really kind of go too light thin with it. I've done it and I haven't really noticed any problems. I think they're just trying to be a little bit extra safe. So Gamblin makes I know some people that use the Gamblin water mix, the gel. Let me see if I've got some here to show you. In my drawer here, I'm going to look over here in my drawer, and I don't see any Fooey. I don't have it with me. Here it is. Okay. I got a bunch of stuff. So this is the Gamblin. Let me put it out here. See if you guys are. This is the Gamblin gel, and this is great. It is an oil painting medium. It's thicker, so you're not going to get thin washes out of it. But it's my understanding that this is then could be. I don't see non-toxic on this one. But if memory serves me right, if this is the one, then there's another one that I have. This is an older one. They have a newer one, which is supposed to be like non-toxic, and I think that is the one that a lot of people are playing with. And then there's water mixable oils, and you can. I've got some in my class that I'm teaching with, and that I'm really so far I'm happy with it. You don't get the chroma, the intense color, in my opinion, that you do with traditional oils. But you can mix them. But if you're concerned about safety and non-toxic, that's a great way to go. And there's a lot of people who swear by them. And so I'm not going to poo-poo those at all. I just want to see if I can get a little lip definition out of this. I don't know, I might have. Oh, I like that. So yeah, if you've got any other questions, I'll be happy to answer those. So, but yeah, Youngblood. I wish I could use my phone, but my phone is being used. My iPad's being used. It's all right. Let's go. Let me go to my iTunes, and I'm gonna do a search. I'm gonna type in Youngblood. Young Blood. Okay, it is. It's 5 Seconds of Summer. That's the band. Yeah, so if you want to see a really cool video, at least I feel it's cool, 5 Seconds to Summer, and it's called Young Blood. And it's a wonderful video. I mean, it's just very romantic. Reminds me of some of the 80s stuff. And I just really... I could watch that video over and over again. In some ways, it reminds me of and I was showing my class this, is the AHA Take on Me, because my class wanted to know what's rotoscoping. I said, you guys don't know what rotoscoping is? And they thought they knew, but then they didn't really know. And that AHA music video that came out in '85 is just such a great video to share and show them, what was at the time groundbreaking music video. So yeah, that was such a great video, and it's timeless. I mean, we watched the whole video in class, and everybody's like, wow, I've heard the song, but I didn't see the videos, and they really dug it. So yeah, it's great to share stuff like that. All right, I need to get I want to push her neck, at least create some of the shadows under her neck a little bit better. I'm not sure. I'm going to try and get cooler. And get that. Feel like that head is leaning over a little bit, and try to do that. And I feel like I need to come in because that neck is, just come in here a little bit. Yeah, like that a little bit there. I'm happier with that. I don't know whether I'm going to show an ear or not. What I'm going to try to see, yeah, I think when I did my digital painting, I did show an ear, and I think it's not in the reference photo, but I'm going to go and put an ear in there just because I can. So let's see here. I want to put an ear. The ear should be right. Yeah, because I think I'm going to put a hoop in there. Hoop, I mean earring. Yeah, I want to put a hoop earring in there. I didn't want that white. I like the red to kind of push that back. Let's try that again. I love those artists. You can sit there and put a blob of red, and it's like, oh, that registers completely as an ear. It just works. And it's just this. It looks like the simplest of strokes, and it works. It's amazing. But there's so much hard work to get to that. You just trying to get that one perfect stroke. So yeah. And let's see here. I got some Winston Newton Griffin Alkyd fast drying oils and a few brushes so far. The Winston Newton Alkyd fast drying, I think, read up on that. I want to say the Alkyd. I think that's the water soluble, or the water ones. Or no, is there fast? No, that's fast drying oils. Yeah, check up on that. I don't know if that's water soluble or not. And some people even say, don't call it water soluble. Well, water mixable. The other thing, too, is I think there's an advantage to that, because if you go and you're traveling, with paints, for those who are doing the plein air circuit or just for a workshop, traveling with those is a lot easier because you don't have to then go and find an art store to get some Gamsol, because you can't take Gamsol on the plane. That's a no-no. That's like, hey, can I take a bottle of gasoline on there? Sure, why not? Yeah, that's the best way to have all your stuff confiscated and lose all of your paints. Don't do that. So yeah, if you're going to be traveling and a lot on the airlines, and maybe I have some friends that, they're a man in a suitcase or woman in a suitcase. They're traveling all the time. And they go to these great places and said, man, I wish I could paint when I was working. And that's, those water mixable ones, I think Cobra seems to be the best rated. And that's what I got for my class. And I was pretty impressed. I haven't shared any of the two demos that I've done yet. But I probably should. But I want to put a little bit of, I want to There's something bugging me about here. I just want to put a clavicle there. A little warmth. It's just too cool on the chest, and I don't know. It's just bugging me personally, and I just want to need to add some contrast, not contrast, but just a little bit of warmth on the chest, because when for people who are of skinny stature and they're not bodybuilders, there's a thin layer of skin on there, and just kind of want to try to express that a little bit. You know, the clavicle sticking out just a little bit there. You know, have a little bit of definition. And let's try it again. All right, now I've got to work with the shadow on there. So I'll put a little bit of a shadow. Too much. Whoa, too much. Dumb it down. There we go. Whoa. Let's try to do that again. That didn't come out so hot. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to finesse this stuff. I want to cool the shadow down a little bit. Put some blue in here. Let's see here. But yeah, the fast drying ones. I'm going to be honest. I remember they dry fast. My question is that why do you need? What is the need for you to have them dry fast? I'm not saying it's wrong by any means. I'm just curious as far as why do you need them to draw? Is it just storage, or you pack up and go? And it totally makes sense, but I like oils that don't dry so fast because the fact that you can go back and rework and reglaze. Glazing is also nice. I don't really do much glazing. I try my best. I'm more of an impatient person, so I love alla prima, which is like all at once. I'm just an impatient person, would rather just knock them out and be done with it, move on to the next idea. But that's not always possible. So let's see if I can get this to fade a little bit. Yeah, I don't want a sharp line there. And let's see here, go a little bit darker, up. And let's throw a little bit more shadow here. I think I'm going to put some hoops or something. I just feel like and go darker here too. I want to put, I'm going to probably try to do that. I did that in the digital painting and I felt like it worked. So we shall see. Oh yeah, hey, free paints, try away. What's the worst that can happen? So yeah, if you got some paints, they were a gift. That's awesome. So, use them up. What's the worst that can happen? You get some paintings done. That's what's happened. That's the worst that's going to happen. You actually get some paintings done. So yeah, just paint with them. I would probably go to the manufacturer's website and just see if they recommend a medium to use with that. But yeah, what's the worst that could happen? You make some paintings. So, I hope my audio is good. I had to ditch my microphone because streaming last night just drained my battery, and I didn't really anticipate having to how would you say suddenly say, oh, my phone says 20%. I've got to finish up, and I wanted to do more. I wanted to get more out of it that night, and once again, that's just my need of wanting to do alla prima and get it done, get that painting done. But it's such a struggle bus on this face. And that's kind of where, I spent most of my time. And I got a late start, technology. Things weren't streaming to all the networks. So I'm just happy there's somebody watching, because I had to make a difficult decision to say, okay, do I continue on this nightmare of trying to stream to 3 different platforms and supposedly being able to see everybody and yes, that sounds great, bro. Yeah. Hey, like I said, just try the paints. Use them up. But yeah, I mean, the thing was like I wanted to have this interactivity, because it's nice to be able to chat with people and kind of get a little bit of feedback of what I'm doing. And I feel like sometimes I've been painting in a vacuum, and Facebook has been I would say Facebook has been thank you for the comment. I'm glad you're enjoying this. I'm kind of happy. I'm getting at a happy point with this, because I was really starting to loathe it at the beginning. I think I was really distracted with trying to get the setup right, and that just really bugged me. But I had to make the decision to, hey, where am I going to stream on a constant nightly basis? And that's kind of my rough goal, is to do some paintings for an hour or so on a nightly basis, and just, share my work process. Because for years I've had people that have asked, hey, would you do a workshop? And my previous work in workplace, I really couldn't. Getting time off was like trying to get. Sometimes it felt like trying to get a pardon from the jail warden. Where am I located? You're in West Virginia. Okay. I'm in the southeastern part of Virginia. I'm in the Hampton Roads area, Virginia Beach, Norfolk area. And I'll be teaching a workshop, and I'll have more information about that in May. And it'll be on a weekend. And I don't know the price, or we haven't finished nailing the rest of the stuff out yet. But yeah, I will be teaching a workshop, and it's an outdoor painting one. It's a plein air outdoor workshop. So if that's something you're interested in. And so, oh, hey, welcome, Minnesota. Man, Minnesota. That's got to be really pretty out there. And as far as Tat to Tank, you should really check out my friend Kyle Buckland. He's out in West Virginia. I think he's on the southern part of West Virginia. I can't remember exactly where. Abingdon seems familiar. My family on my grandmother's side is from Bluefield, West Virginia. But my grandmother came to pack bombs for World War II in Portsmouth, because there was there really wasn't any work in West Virginia. So it's kind of funny how my family was originally from Virginia, and then they then moved out to West Virginia, and then 100 years later, my grandmother comes back to Virginia, from West Virginia. But I digress. And so, let's see here. What is new? I don't feel like I've got that eye right. So I'll just keep working on that. Negative. All right. So Minnesota is negative 25. Yeah. I'm not painting outside in negative 25. 22 degrees I did, and it was freezing. Okay, so yeah, my friend Kyle Buckland, he's in Abingdon. You should check him out. And he does a lot of YouTube channels as well. I want to say it's The Artful Painter. on his YouTube handle, so check him out. He's great. Awesome guy, super passionate about painting, and he's got a wonderful style. I've been following him for years, and he's just a great painter. Really enjoy him. And let's see here, what else? So, welcome Minnesota. We were just talking about my inspiration for this is the 5 Seconds to Summer video, Young Blood, and wonderful video. And I kind of wanted to, I'm taking a reference photo, but I'm kind of tweaking it a little bit and adding my own little style to it. So that's where I'm at right now. And I'm trying to find the right places to put the highlights. I think maybe. No, it needs a darker eyebrow, but I just gotta commit. There, it's a little bit. I like that. You see when people watch, they look on their phone and they've got this passive look. It's so recognizable. Yeah. So Minnesota, do you paint or do you do any creative outlets or just cruising around? Minnesota, I haven't been there, but I imagine it's got to be beautiful country out there and great for outdoor painting when it's not negative 25. Negative 25. My dad lives up north, and he was called me and he says, "Man, I was really tired today." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Well, I went cross country skiing in the morning after breakfast, and then I got back in, and it was just the same route, and I didn't do anything any different, and I just felt really, really tired." And then he looked at the thermostat, and it was negative 12. And I said, "Dad," I said, "that's why you're tired. It was negative 12." And my dad, I think, was in his 79 at the time. So, yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Minnesota. Thanks for dropping in. And I'm going to be trying to make this a weekly thing. So please come back and join us and subscribe if you like it. But thanks for hopping in real quick and chatting with me. All right, so let's see if we can get some more work here done. Oh, too bright. Let's go back and dumb that down. So I think this is going to be a multiple session one because I don't want to get it too late. I did not sleep very well last night. I want to make sure I do get some sleep, and it's 10:58 my time. I'm sure Minnesota is earlier in the evening. I don't know if he's central or western. Lake Superior, yeah. Oh, I think as far as Kyle Buckland's channel, I want to say it's The Artful Painter. I think that's it. Look up, try to look Kyle Buckland, and if I'll in the comments, if I can put a comment on there, I'll put his website if I can. But yeah, Kyle Buckland. All right, Minnesota, you have a great night, and hopefully I'll see you again. All right, so let's see here. I'm just trying to cool this off a little bit and trying to get right under here. This area, I just want to kind of get some definition. And just that subtle, there's a neck still there, but not, not too much. All right, I'm gonna step back and see. So, as I tell my students, I always try to step back and see where I am with the painting, and to see, if my proportions are right, because sometimes you get too close into this and you can't really see what you're doing. You get too involved. So it's always good to step back. Always good to step back. All right. Put a little bit of definition there, and let's try to. Needs to be just darker. Let's see if I can use a little bit of alizarin crimson and the phthalo turquoise. Or is it? Which one is it? Yeah, it's phthalo turquoise. So I've been using that lately. It's a nice mix. And now I can see that I'm just something bugging me about this area that I've got to kind of get in a cool tone and fix that. It's just not quite right. All right, and yeah, so I think I'm just checking the comments here. Yeah, I think I'm kind of getting to the point where I probably am going to stop for tonight because it's getting late and I want to make sure we're going there. So this will be a multiple session one. And if I had any brains, I'll probably next time what I'll do is try to set up maybe a multiple camera so that now that's too cool. A multiple camera setup so that I can record and do time lapse. And that was the other thing too that I really didn't like about the multiple streaming is that there's graphics that popped up that just interfered with the fact of me being able to do a time lapse, because I recognize that people do like the time lapse. And so yeah, that was kind of like and then you just see like their comments, and people don't want to comment because then their stuff is up there. And so yeah, there just was some things, and I'm not sure who it was, if it was, I don't know, I'm not sure what was causing it. I just know I had to basically turn it off because it wasn't refreshing and it was showing old data. So like people that had joined me on previous sessions that weren't on the current session. So I'm big on people's privacy, so I did not want to put their junk out, man, on my other feeds, which is kind of, lame. So, all right, I'm going to stop for now. It looks like I've been doing this for about an hour and a half. So, this is a slow painting. I thought it was going to be a quick one. It's a slow one. I'm cool with that. It's a little bit of a process. So I'm going to clean up my brushes here and chat with you guys while I'm finished up. I'm going to post my process up. And I'm not sure. I'm really looking to. I'm not sure where I'm going to. YouTube. I wish there was a way that you could post photos, but there really isn't. And I would love to be able to just like add a photo in the comments so that people could see it. But I don't think that's a thing. I can understand why they don't want to do it because it's really about videos. So I'm really trying to figure out what platform outside of Facebook. Oh, good. I'm so glad that you found them. Yeah, so it was Artful Souls, not Artful Painters. Sorry about that. My memories, I've got too much data in there and I can't remember everything. So I'm glad that you found them. He's got some great videos, and if you follow him on social media, that's great too. But, I'm just going to wrap this up here in just a second. But, yeah, I'm not happy with the Facebook all-in-one thing, and they just make it more and more convoluted, and more people are fleeing Facebook. So, and Instagram, I'm not doing TikTok. I refuse to do TikTok. But I was looking to, I may just go lean into my website blog and post the image with the video. I'm not sure, but if you go to my website, I think either that or I'll just stick to a mailing list. I think maybe that's what I'll probably do, because that seems to be the one thing that I have control over. So, oh, and you left Facebook. Yeah, there's so many people that are leaving Facebook, and there's some wonderful things about Facebook, but I'm not trying to dump on them. But at the same time, it's just, how do you say? I have some personal conflicts of views with Facebook, and I'm not going to get it political because I don't believe in airing any of that out here. Do an email, yeah. I agree. So if you go to my website, you can sign up for my mailing list, and I think that's what I'm going to start doing, and whatnot, and just kind of want to get a couple of videos under my belt before I start putting it out there. But that mailing list has really saved me, because I did a studio show, and Facebook just tanked my post. I mean, really just like tanked it, and I was not really happy about that. So and I'll just switch the camera here just to play around. Yeah, so I'll show you what I look like. So here, hey, I'm here, and here's my paintings. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed watching me and this session and whatnot. So, and I appreciate all the feedback and the kind words, and hopefully, this tips will help you with painting. And I'm gonna be back on in that 9-ish area, depends. But yeah, I'll try to, it's hard to stick to 9 o'clock exactly, but I'm trying to stick, going live. And I think I'm just going to stick with YouTube because it's just easier. So, but thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys tomorrow. So have a good one. Happy painting.